Well, I can't believe I'm making this video because it feels like I just made my 2-year anniversary video in LA, and here we are at year 3. And not a whole lot more tattoos to show, but I did just get this one. Anyway, you can probably tell different background because one of the biggest and best changes in my life, right out of frame there, would be the addition of my beautiful partner, who has quite literally been with me this whole year. I love you. Since New Year's, when we had our first New Year's kiss, for each one of us, by the way. It was great. And so here I am in their living room recording this vlog because they're incredible and gracious and allowed me the space. And yeah, so I'm a day early technically, but it makes sense because tomorrow we're shipping off to San Diego for a getaway weekend and we're gonna see a music festival. But there's been a lot that's changed, so I'm gonna try and recount it or like do a, I don't know, year recap August to August as best I can. I think besides dear Alex over here doing a puzzle, the biggest change would probably be just my work situation. And it's funny because I remember recording my initial 1-year vlog, videos, yes. I was just finishing up, doing delivery driving for a whole year, and I had gotten a job at, I believe it was the Laemmle. It was my first secure job. It was like the summer of 2021 before I ended up joining the Hollywood Legion Theater in the winter of 2022, and then the American Cinematheque. So my 2022 was mostly characterized by just eating, sleeping, shitting in movie theaters. It was great, but it ultimately burned me out. So I think a lot of people are probably wondering, why haven't you been as active in your online spaces where, we haven't been seeing any reviews on Letterboxd or any articles being published? And addressing that, firstly and foremost, is just, I felt like I really needed to take a step back because I was draining myself. I mean, the artist's plight is universal, so it doesn't matter if you're writing, painting, making music, whatever, but honestly, I was burning both ends of the candle, just working 3 different jobs, not nearly making enough money to support myself, just having bad hours for a morning person like me. Working events and night shifts is just a death sentence. And it was becoming very disheartening because I feel like I wasn't making a lot of headway either in, just the theaters themselves in which I was working or my writing. And especially since I've been kind of going gung-ho at this since I moved out here, even before, so predating 2020, we're talking 3 years, I just kind of was at the end of my fuse. So when I ended up fortuitously finding a job opportunity with Custom Ink, where I'm currently, that was kind of a blend of customer service and retail, but also with a lot of great flexible creative benefits and basically my first big girl adult job that's salaried. That was amazing. And so I've been there since May, and it's been a really great shift for me, I think. And it's really allowed me to kind of take a step back from being so myopic in the world of film, in the world of film criticism, in the world of movies, and just live life. And now that I have a partner, that's really been my primary focus is to enjoy each day and each moment and revel in the new experiences. I think 2023 has been the most defining year for me as a person in a really long while, and I say that in a positive context because although there's obviously been hardships, I mean, that goes without saying, that's life. We learn from the hardships. We grow and become more mature through these hardships. We have to find the silver lining. It's mostly been characterized by a lot of really great wins and paradigm shifts and just lifestyle changes. I think that really, for me, it's finally feeling like I'm at home in LA. And I feel like a few of my friends with whom I've talked mentioned that year 3 was kind of like the magical year where everything kind of falls into place and you feel settled and acclimated, because again, it's a huge city. It's really hard to find stable footing in so many different facets, be it housing, be it jobs, be it friends, all these things that need to be accounted for, and it's so hard to check them off and fulfill each one of them. I'm still living at the same current apartment, which is great, and although it's a little far from things like it's a little far from my job. LA traffic is heinous, as we know, so eventually looking to move, but for the time being satisfied there. And in my free time, I feel like I've been trying to unplug more, because I realized, like the rest of the general public population, I really leaned into the internet during COVID and the pandemic, and because what else is there to do? And I just feel like I spent too much time online, and obviously it wasn't all to detriment. I still am very grateful for all the friends I have and that I've met through what was formerly Twitter, now X, RIP. That's another addendum. I don't foresee myself really using that platform in the same way. I haven't really decided where I want to migrate. I'm on Threads, but again, I just really haven't been active enough in a social space, especially in a film sense. To me, it's just, I don't have the bandwidth to plug in right now, and as sad as it is for me, and as much as I do get like kind of a peripheral FOMO, I really think it's for the best. So instead, I've been doing a lot of other things, which let me offer some of them. So I've been really, probably the biggest lifestyle change I've made is discovering aerial. Yes, like in the silk hammocks, yoga aerial, and I've really loved it as someone who was chronically inflexible, once mentally, but mostly physically, and just, always wanted to have the grace and the poise that the other girls in my dance class did. When I was a little girl taking dance lessons, it's been monumentally life-changing. The flexibility I've achieved, just the exhilaration of getting in a workout that doesn't feel like a monotonous chore or routine or anything like that, like a task to mark off the to-do box, to also bring back that social element of fitness that I really missed that from my days in college, which at the time, I feel like I approached it in a very toxic way. I've been pretty open about my ongoing struggles with, exercising and eating disorders and all that good stuff. So in many ways, I do feel like I'm having this deja vu where I'm doing a lot of the things that I did when I was in college and in this really insecure space, but I'm redoing them better and healthier, and it feels really great. It's truly kind of insane to reflect back on that, especially, the passage of time and all that, but also just to think about the growth I've achieved and how I can see those facets of myself from when I was younger evolving into something much better and healthier. So it's really been revelatory, and I'm really happy about that. I've been trying to find joy in other hobbies, because I learned very quickly that trying to make a career out of my passion was one of the worst decisions I made in my life, to be quite honest, because it just drains you, and it's like, I feel like there are so many things few and far between that I enjoy, but I don't want to just continue to exhaust the candle. So I've been trying to sing a little more, do karaoke. I've been really leaning into TV, also thanks to my partner. So I finally bit the bullet and watched It's Always Sunny, and I'm obsessed with it, as everybody predicted. And I've been watching Black Sails, and that for me, just to tune into TV is such a blessed departure from having to sit and analyze media so seriously, and to always it's the button I can't even really turn off, which I think is another reason why I was I just have to get away from film in general, because I just am not able to presently enjoy it. I feel like my gears of analysis are always turning. So I've been enjoying that, where I can just do a little more of a casual analysis with TV shows. Not that they're, you can very easily become a critic of TV, but that's not where my interests or my intentions lie. So it's been really good, and I think in other shocking news, and kind of a non sequitur, everyone would be very surprised to discover that I am now a fan of cats, which brings me to my next special guest, who is lounging beside me blissfully. So And if you haven't heard me talk about this cat across any of my various social channels, you must not know me very well, so. Oh. And this. This is Teddy. And he is a beautiful, beautiful Maine Coon. He was born in the streets of Van Nuys that my partner rescued. And he's 5. And he's a big love bug. And he was once a feral beast. And he brings me a lot of joy and happiness. And not pictured are Yolanda and Yesenia, 2 cats we're fostering because our other cat, Dear Jax, passed away recently. And I wish I could include him in this video because he was very cute and very silly and fun. But yes, I love cats now. Who would have thought? Certainly not me. But yeah, you know, I feel like it's crazy, again, reflecting, and I'm sure there are many more things I would have liked to address that I just are slipping my mind because my memory gets worse with each encroaching day. But I just wanted to make this update everybody, touch base, and yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see what year 4 will bring. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for listening as always, and you can still catch me on other corners of the internet, on Instagram, mostly TikTok. Sounds so antithetical to who I was even a year ago, but that's the beauty of life. So hope everyone has a good one, and I'll catch you later next year.